Tonight I'm at a place that I've been eyeing off for quite a long time. A mate of mine called Mike D. He's actually a viewer of the channel, a long-term one of the first ones that came on board 2.5 years ago. And he suggested to me, look, I need to go to Curry Traders. And it's been on my radar for a while, and I'd known about the one on Nusa Lembongan in the past. So tonight I'm going to try it out. It's a curry house of sorts, and a bit of an upmarket one at that. Now for Sanur, it's sort of a different style to what we're used to. It's like a full-on restaurant style. And this is what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. Tonight, we're having dinner with Dr. Juni, Mita, and Susan. For those who don't know, Susan is my wife. None of these ones are my wife. Have you embarrassed these girls? So the story is there's a couple that had restaurants called Curry Traders in Australia, and they moved to Nusa Lembongan, set up one there, and I guess they decided to set one up here in Sanur. Even in Nusa Lembongan, I mean, it's a crazy idea to do a curry house in somewhere like Nusa Lembongan, but it works for some reason. It just works, and I hope that it works here as well. It's got a good reputation, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So let's check out the menu. So as you can see there's a bunch of really interesting sides to start with, like the chicken tikka that, well, of course you're gonna have to have papadums, aren't you? Smashed eggplant looks pretty good. And then moving over to the tandoor, that's what I'm really interested in, because that is really hard to get right. And it's pretty expensive to cook in that style, I find. And these prices, while they're sort of on the high side for Sanur, I don't think they're that expensive for good restaurant type quality. So we're going to share a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what we're going to have yet, but I mean, something like tandoori chicken sounds all right to me. But also the curries, of course, they're going to be great. So things like butter chicken. I mean, everyone loves butter chicken, don't they? And then like Malay kofta, pork vindaloo. I love a pork vindaloo. I've got a funny feeling that's a Goan one, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, love pork vindaloo. In fact, it sounds like the person who designed the menu and stuff might be from Goa originally, or have some Goa connection. Not quite sure what it is. So that is an interesting little fact. So we're just going to get a bunch of these, share them around and see what it's like. I hope I don't blow my head off with some of these curries, but you know, like a vindaloo, like that can be really spicy. So let's check it out. I also think the drinks menu is pretty good here. Like they've got a good selection of cocktails. They've got the classic ones. They've got like signature ones. They've got all sorts of different drinks and wine. They have a 2-for-1 wine deal at the moment where they'll do 2 glasses for one during a particular time period, 5 to 7. That will change from time to time, I'd imagine. And the bar here is actually just looks like a pretty good place to come for a drink anyway. So even if you weren't going to eat here, having a drink here just looks like a pretty good place to sort of hang out. It's quite nice. So the cocktails here look really good. Juni got the Moscow Mule. It's got this huge, like spherical ice cube in there. Mita got the Botanical Garden, which is a beautiful looking drink. And then I got this one, which is called the Kentucky Jungle Bird. Looks pretty good. It's got a bit of bourbon in there, but then, I don't know, a bunch of juice and stuff. I don't know. Let's give it a go. I like the dried fruit on them as well. That's a really seriously good cocktail. Honestly, like world standard. That cocktail is blowing me away. Like, it's excellent. Excellent. I love it. Love it. My God, it's really surprising, that is, because I think when you come to Bali, sometimes, you know, when you're drinking, it can be a little bit rough, but that is not a rough drink at all. Really love that. I might actually see if I can try one of these girls' ones and see if they're any good too. I wasn't going to try theirs, but I'm going to be a bit rude because this could be good. Moscow Mule. It's good. It's just so well balanced. I think that's what I'm really loving about it. It's not that rough. It's just very smooth and well balanced. A great cocktail. I'm going to try mitas as well. I don't know why it sounds weird when I say mitas, because in Indonesian, I would say mita, but you don't put an S on the end when you're talking about ownership. So I'm going to try cocktail mita. Yeah, brilliant. It's just brilliant. So let's just forget about the curries for a moment. Come here for some cocktails. It's brilliant. So Susan got a chai martini. Now martinis are usually a killer. It's got this beautiful burnt, it's still on fire, cinnamon stick on there. Bit of star anise in there on the top. Yeah, it's good. Like, the start of this whole thing has been so impressive so far. I hope the curries are good as well, like, but if they're not, I don't care, because the cocktails are just brilliant. So the first thing I'd like to say is that the presentation of all of this is really like high standard. This is not like a back street in Bombay or New Delhi. This is like restaurant style. It looks so good, and it's immediately appetizing. You think you're going to have a good meal. That papadum itself, it's not like a boxed papadum. It's broken apart beautifully. And it's beautiful. It is beautiful. You know it's not some cheap old papadum. It's a beautiful one. So this is a cheese naan. I don't know what sort of cheese that is on top. Maybe it's like Indian style cheese or something. It's not like a coon or anything. That's a good one. So we also got the garlic naan, which is one of my favourite. I love garlic naan. Oh, I love that one. Garlic naan. Loaded with garlic. Woo. So I've got myself a plate, a feast. And I'm going to try the little side dish first, which they call smashed eggplant, I think they call it. If they say aubergine, I'm just going to call it eggplant anyway. Ooh. Oh, that is amazing. Ooh. Oh, hard to describe that. First of all, spice max. Well, not max, but quite spicy. But it's also got like a chutney flavour to it. So I'm tasting almost like a bitterness to it. There's a sweetness, a jamminess to it. That is, like, I could imagine spooning that onto a piece of bread and having it like on toast. That's a complex flavour in that. That's a side dish, you know. That tastes really good. I'm going to try the butter chicken. Classic. You know, the classic butter chicken is apparently originally from New Delhi. They tell me. I thought it was from, what, I don't know, Bankstown or something. Oh. That is beautiful. That chicken is so tender. The sauce is so luscious and buttery and a little bit creamy as well. Beautiful. So the next one is hara chicken tikka. Now this one's a little bit interesting. It's not really like a curry. It's more dry.
It's tandoori chicken.
Mita tells me it's tandoori chicken. And it's really good. Like, this is like a meat lover's dream. Wow. For me, what it's doing is like setting a new standard for Sanur. Like, honestly, only a few mouthfuls in, and this is just a game changer. That, like, for me, it's world standard food. It's a big call, isn't it? But it's excellent. I mean, you do pay for it. It's pretty expensive. But I don't think it's a big deal. This is excellent. I've just started tucking into the next one. I forgot to say what it is. It's actually Malaccan seafood curry. I've got a bit of prawn in there, a bit of fish. Oh, I thought this was fish. It's not. It's squid because it's not breaking up. The flavours just swirling around there, like a little bit of fruitiness, a bit of spiciness, a bit of savoury. Highly complex. I think that's the thing with Indian food. When you get good Indian food and you find the complexity in those curries and those pastes, it's just incomparable, and that is just really nice. I've got a bit of biryani rice there. It looks like it's got saffron or something in it. Just beautiful. This is really blowing me away, this meal for Sanur. I just think it's another level, and it's something I just need to tell everyone about. It's just so good. So as I start on Susan's drink, because I always have to finish off Susan's drinks, and I don't complain, there's a few sort of remarks I want to make about this place. The first thing is that this is high class food, restaurant standard, high quality restaurant food. And I think when you're paying the prices that you're paying here,
This is great value for money. I think for Sanur, it's a little bit more expensive than most places, but the quality's right up there. Probably one of the classiest places in Sanur. It's got to be right up there. Special meal, come here for sure. It's that good. I think being Indian food, sometimes we maybe look down on it a little bit sometimes. I know I do sometimes when I see an Indian place that doesn't have many people in it. I thought, well, I don't know. This place is not like that. It's just so modern and so good. You have to come here. Cocktails are just brilliant. All of those curries and those naans and the papadums, just sensational. I mean, what you can do, you can really sort of simplify this as being like fine dining curry, which is odd, isn't it? That's what when I say I look down on Indian food sometimes, it's because it's not really fine dining most of the time, but this is it. And I think coming to Sanur and having an Indian meal at a place like this, most people are going to absolutely love it. So let's talk about location. We're in the southern end of town here. If you know where Cambodia homestay is, or the Puri Santrian, down that end of town, Mercure, sort of close down there. If you're sort of coming from anywhere like, I don't know, the Hyatt Regency or further north, you're probably going to need to catch a cab here. Otherwise, it might be in your local area, but it is quite far south. A good little area of town, to be honest, a really nice area of town, and this is a good location for a restaurant, and it needs it down this end of town as well, because sometimes this end of town does feel a little bit underloved, but now with this place, unreal. Now, if you love your curries or you love really good cocktails, you've got to come here. If you're a bit sort of so-so on curries, I still think it's worth coming here, because I think this sort of curry is probably going to blow your mind a little bit, because it's so complicated and so, well, complicated is not the right word, complex. So complex and interesting and unique, that coming to a place like this is going to be quite interesting, quite enjoyable as well. Especially these cocktails. I'm actually ploughing through Susan's one. It's a good one. All in all, absolutely love curry traders here in Sanur. It's a really good addition to the scene here in Sanur. You've got to come here. Really special meal. You want to have a bit of a curry, have a few cocktails, get a couple of them because they're so good. You're going to love this place, honestly. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur and the rest of Indonesia. I'll catch you next time, and sampai jumpa.